Hey Quilty friends, welcome back. I'm Natalia Bonner and I've got a little sneak peek, snippet, whatever you want to call it, machine quilting video to share with you today. So if you do want more in-depth videos, if you want to see more of this quilt or more of a lot more quilts, make sure you hop over to my Patreon page. It's patreon.com and then just search my name, Natalia Bonner. But over there I share more in-depth videos. I walk you step by step through the process of machine quilting a quilt, kind of, let you get into my brain, I guess, is a little bit more what happens over on Patreon. So make sure you hop over there and check it out. Before we actually get to the video, I do want to tell you about a couple of other things. Check out my website, it's peaceandquilt.com. Over there we have lots of fun machine quilting related notions, products, things like that, but we also have a couple of Thread of the Month clubs where we send you thread every month to help you build your thread stash. So before I show you this actual quilt, the products that I'm using on this quilt, the thread is So Fine by Superior Threads. That's what's on the top. And then on my bobbin, I'm using Bottom Line, which is also by Superior Threads. Those are my favorite products to work with. And yes, those are the ones that you can sign up for our subscription boxes for. The batting that I'm using on this quilt, I have one layer of Quilter's Dream wool batting. I just really love the texture that I'm able to create with this batting. I love the way that it lays. It's really soft. For a wool batting, it's actually kind of a lower loft wool batting, so I just love it. And I do, all this quilting that I'm going to show you today is hand guided, but I am going to be using a ruler. I'm going to quilt out this fun little melon block. I am using my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, and anytime you do ruler work, you really need to make sure you have an extended base plate on your machine, which I do here, and also a ruler foot. So if you are working on a gamble machine like me, I use the quick change feet and I'm using the ruler attachment. But there are ruler feet available for all types of machines out there. There's also ones even for domestic machines. So yes, this is something you can quilt on your domestic machine. So let's get to the video. Stitching out this fun little block using my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler is a great way to break up, a larger block. If it's a larger block and you really want to dress it up and you want something like a melon, but the block's just too big for it, break the block up. It's something that I like to do with all of my machine quilting. It's a great way to add interest to any design. By breaking blocks up into new shapes, you can then really start to be creative. And I really think that's where the fun in machine quilting comes. Just my opinion. So the first thing that I'll do is stitch in the ditch around the block using the side of my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. If you are struggling to stay right in that ditch or keep your lines nice and straight along there, make sure you check out my trailer ruler. That one's also really helpful for ditch work and things like that. So you can see how I'm dividing it in fourths with my stitching. I did not have to do any marking on this design because I'm lining my stitching up with the blocks that are around that. After I've divided the block into 4 portions, then you'll notice that I'm using the medium-sized curve on my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler and stitching those nice point-to-point arcs. When I stitch out this design, notice with my 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler, I am holding it about 1/4 inch away from the corner because I want to make sure that my lines will always intersect right in those corners. The nice kind of cheater thing, a little bit of a cheater about using curved rulers is if you start stitching and notice that I'm going to be off just slightly, you can adjust your ruler slightly as you're going and your curve, if it's a slight adjustment, will still look really nice. So this fun design, break it up, quilt this out in a bigger block or break it up into fourths and quilt it.